Hey, so what's up guys, it's Pohdoh here, and I haven't done one of these in quite some time. So anyways, this is gonna be an arena commentary. It's gonna be a 4v4. It's gonna be me, jenjen, filthy, and blazzen. It's gonna be two mages, a healer and a tank. And then this is a long ass time ago. Keep this in mind, this is like a month ago, like easily a month ago. And big shout out to this team right here. Literally every single one of them was room buffed. Every single freaking one of them. The mage literally had like easy 15 like buffs on, like just by how bulky she's. Like look how little damage she's taking, and she's under skyfire pressure from two mages. This is how stupid rune buffs are right now, because literally if you have full rune buffs you cannot die. So anyways, I don't play to my best here. This is a long time ago. This is before I actually knew a lot about fours. This is kind of like my early days. So yeah, and even if I am not good at fours, like I don't really care. Like some of you people, in Order&Chaos think that I care about being called pro or not. Like it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't matter as of now. Like in Modern Combat or in some other games, like if you're called a pro player in Modern Combat, it actually means something. But in this game, nah, it really amounts to almost nothing. And the reason why is because there's rune buffs right now. There's so many different factors that we don't know. That it's hard to tell whether someone's actually a pro player or whether someone is just a rich player. There really is very little way to tell, and the line is very, very blurred in both dungeons and in PvP, because you can buy all your gear in dungeons and you can buy buffs in PvP. So it's kind of hard to tell. So really, you shouldn't care about arena score right now. It really does not matter. So, and the main reason why I do this is just to have fun or just to get arena points, not so I can prove how pro I am. Like, I'm not pro. Like, I mean, I'll freely admit that I don't really care. Like, I'm not pro. I don't spend that much time in this game. Well, that's a lie. I spend a pretty huge chunk of my time in this game, but still, the main reason why I spend time inside is just so I can talk to people, to be perfectly honest, not so I can, get my arena score higher and so I can prove how pro I am in a game that requires very little skill. So anyways, that rant's over. So anyways, this team, literally the entire team was rune buffed. If you don't believe me, pause the video and check. Every single person on this team was rune buffed like crazy. The mage was rune buffed the most, and then yeah, it was pretty crazy. So you can see me running out of mana here, so I had to really slow down my DPS. And to make matters worse is that you'll see me stand still. You'll see like a second delay with a lot of my spells, and it's not only because of the internet lag, but it's also because the device lag. Because whenever I record, the game lags like crazy. You have to understand that. That's why I kind of stay back from recording nowadays, because I want to have fun. I want to have fun with this game, and it's pretty hard having fun with this game when it's lagging like crazy like this. So you're gonna see me occasionally here and there to stand perfectly still and not do anything. That's just because of the lag. The frame rate is really bad at times, and you can see now here I'm pretty much out of mana. It's not really my fault. I try my best to conserve mana and while keeping steady DPS, except it really just isn't that possible. Blazzen here, he's running a different build as me. I'm running a frost hybrid build. What it means is I have more defense, but then I missed out on Flamestorm. But then blazzen, he's running a full fire build, so he has all the glory of having Flamestorm, and that pretty much means that his mana's could be way better than mine. And yeah, he also has better gear than me at this point. My gear is a lot better now, but it doesn't really matter, because unfortunately gear is the name of the game in Order&Chaos. If you don't have great gear, you're gonna die. It doesn't matter how skillful you are. That's just a reality you have to just accept. So anyways, you can see that filthy has just died. He's our healer. They focus fired on him, and yeah, I was running out of mana. Blazzen, can't continuously put up pressure by himself, and then jenjen, like, she's only a tank. She can't really do. There's only just a limit to how much she can distract the opponents. And then to make matters worse, the entire team is rune buff, strength buff, agility buff, wisdom buff, resilience buff, every single one of them. And that just basically means that we have to play like twice as good as them in order to even stand a chance. And it's ridiculous. It's fucking bullshit. But what can we do about it? That's the name of the game, and it's even worse with Angel Vigil now, because certain classes with Angel, well, that doesn't really pertain too much to fours. It pertains mainly to twos, especially with tanks. But still. But I put this on because a lot of my matches on my computer right now, I realize they're just farm teams, and I wanted to have some games where it's not against farm teams. I only could find two, and even the last one right after this one is kind of debatable whether it's a farm team or not. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a farm team. It was against Colby. We won against him once and we lost against him once. So yeah, for the sake of the video, I put the one where we won, because in the one where I lost and where we lost, I died first, and then I end up, you know, in this kind of boring, just showing me, you know, dead for like 3 minutes straight. So anyways, like I said, this is old. All of us have better gear now. All of us know a little more about arena, or at least I do. So anyways, here we go. And then yeah, Colby's a DPS warrior. He's pretty crazy to be playing DPS. He's a tank now, so I guess he got back some of his senses. But yeah, this is clearly not a farm team. You know, a healer, a DPS, a tank. Actually, I can't even really see. I don't remember this. This has been so long. And the mage here as well. You know, it looked like they're primed to kill. And keep in mind, I have no rune buffs on. To date, I have never used rune buffs in arena. Maybe I used like a strength buff or an agility buff. That's only because I won in the lotto, and even then, keep in mind, mages don't benefit from rune buffs. And you can see right here how I just stand perfectly still. This is where the lag really starts to catch up, and you know, it really does suck. But what can we do about it? Like, keep in mind, I've never used rune buffs. You know, like never use. And keep in mind, even if I did, mages benefit from rune buffs the least. I never use a resilience buff, you know, ever. I used like a wisdom buff once, but that's just because I won in the lotto, and even then, it's not that helpful, because you know, if you're a good mage, you should never run out of mana, and you should normally kill your opponents, assuming they don't have rune buffs themselves. So yeah. Like rune buffs, like in fours, like it doesn't really matter if one person has it, but then you know, if everyone has rune buffs, then it poses a really big problem, because not only will the monk be harder to kill, but you'll also have more mana to burn. So yeah, overall it's just a nightmare to deal with. But yeah, that's just my personal philosophy. You know, obviously a lot of people doesn't agree with that, because a lot of people use rune buffs now, and it's kind of a necessity for the most part if you want to do well in arena, and it's really sad and it really sucks, but you know, what can we do about it? So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just 2 games. I'm sorry if this is kind of short. And there's Root. He's an archer. Yeah, he has my respect for that, just because he's an archer. So it's really crazy actually. There's an archer and a DPS warrior. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. You know, to be perfectly honest, this is one of the first times I actually faced against a DPS warrior, and also one of the first time I faced against a half decent archer. So you know, they're pretty much doomed. 2 versus 4. It's pretty much over. We killed Colby, we killed the mage, or we killed one of them in some order, but you know. Anyways, Monk's still staying alive, still has plenty of mana left, but then she or he is then constantly stunned, so there's not much you can do. So anyways, Pohdoh, rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed these videos, give it a like, and then yeah, sorry for the lack of videos. College apps coming. I'm just doing this as a really short break. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.